He lived in a small town where people knew each other by name, and every family cared about the honor of their children. Qasim had strong desires, and though he prayed and fasted, at times his heart swayed toward temptation. One night, away from the sight of family, Qasim met a woman who had also strayed from the path of caution. In the silence of the night, they sat close, whispers turned to touches, and in weakness he crossed the boundary Allah had forbidden. The moment passed quickly, but the weight of his mistake pressed heavily on his chest. He could not sleep that night, his mind replaying what had happened. At first, he thought no one would know, but sins do not remain hidden for long. Whispers spread, and soon the elders of the community learned of what had happened. They called Qasim before them. His head was lowered, his heart trembling. An elder spoke with sadness. "It has reached us that the punishment for such a sin is clear. It has been said, the unmarried person who commits zina should receive 100 lashes and be banished for 1 year." The words struck Qasim's heart like thunder. He felt exposed, ashamed, yet he knew it was true. He had crossed the boundary of Allah, and this was the consequence. The punishment was not only to discipline him, but also to protect the purity of the society. The lashes came, each one burning against his skin. The pain was sharp, but deeper still was the pain in his soul. Afterward, he was sent away from his home for a year. Alone in exile, Qasim's days were long and his nights longer. He lived in a small hut on the edge of another town, working for his food and surviving with little. During that time, he reflected deeply. He remembered the sweetness of his mother's food, the sound of his father's advice, and the laughter of his younger siblings. All of that had been taken away for a moment of desire. He realized that zina had stolen more from him than it ever gave. One night, sitting alone, Qasim whispered to himself, "If I had controlled my eyes, if I had lowered my gaze, I would not be here today." He recalled another reminder he had once heard. Allah has written for the son of Adam his share of zina, which he will inevitably commit. The zina of the eyes is looking, the zina of the ears is listening, the zina of the tongue is speaking, the zina of the hand is touching, the zina of the feet is walking towards it, and the heart desires and wishes. The private parts confirm that or deny it. He realized his mistake had begun long before that night, when he allowed his eyes to wander, when he let his feet take him near temptation. By the time the year ended and he returned to his hometown, Qasim was a different man. His eyes were softer, his speech calmer, his actions more careful. He became known not as the young man who once sinned, but as the man who had learned a hard lesson and now warned others. He would say to his friends and to the youth, "Do not play with fire, for even if it shines, it will burn you in the end. I tasted its flames, and I do not want you to suffer what I suffered."